Greetings, groaners. Here we are once again, dipping into the groan zone for episode 69 with a fresh offering of a new section which will appear later in the show. Your games are Yes or BS and Give Me the Question this week. Aside from that, we also have more of what you love and expect from our little place in podcast land. And so, it begins. Starting off with my groans. Shopping for pants. When shops skip a size, so instead of a 44 waist and a 29 leg, you end up with a 42 waist and something stupid like a 33 leg. Just come on. Stock clothes for bigger guys who have shorter legs. We will still pay. You aren't cheating yourselves out of money. Come on, shops. Easter eggs. Why in the devil do we end up finding Easter eggs in shops in January? Why not just wait until March? Why, anyone asks? Because that is when Easter is. Taxi drunks. So I've witnessed this many times. You are drunk out of your skull, you get in a taxi, and then perform this magic. You simply say to the driver, "I'm going home." Then you can't recall where you live. No matter how paralytic you are, surely you should know where you live. Because after all, if you just jump into a taxi without using an app, the taxi driver's not going to know, is he? That's another 3 of my groans unleashed into the wild of the groan zone for another week. But now, shall we game? Yeah, come on, let's do it. Give me the question. Round 1. Your answer is mono. Your questions are option A. What is the name of the lead singer of U2? Option B. What is the disease spread by kissing? And C. What is the name given to a kind of deafness when you can only hear from out of one ear? Go, groaners. Let's have those answers. What you got? Ooh, we have A's coming in. And C's coming in. Interesting. Very interesting. Yet again, for another week, we have a split down in the middle. Thank you, groaners. Answer for that one will be revealed later. Round 2. Your answer is Grinch syndrome. These are real, by the way. I have looked these up. These are true. Your questions are option A. What is a syndrome that causes people to hate Christmas? Option B. What is a syndrome that causes a sufferer to hate all other people? Or option C. What is a syndrome that causes people to believe they are missing organs or their soul? Go, groaners. What do you have? Give me your answers, please. If playing along after the recording, you press pause after each answer, and then you unpause after giving your after giving your question. Oh, what we got? Let's have a look. Once again, we have another split. We have C's and A's this time round. Another week for splits. Interesting. Round 3. Your answer is Kevin Shelley with a double L. Your questions are option A. Who holds the world record for breaking the most toilet seats in 1 minute using his head? Option B. Who holds the world record for the loudest burp? Option C. Who has the Guinness World Record name of Mr. Eat All? Fire away, groaners. What do you have? Ooh, I think we have C's coming in again, do we? Yes. Someone's wrote, don't care, got to be an A. Okay, if you're sure, groaner. Okay, fair enough. Another split. C's and A's. Okay. Okay, groaners. Right, I hear you loud and clear. If you reckon you landed points, we'll find out later on in the show. And now, drumroll please. New section. Why, oh why? Welcome, groaners, to a new section of the podcast that is called Why Oh Why. This will pop up from time to time, maybe sometimes, maybe always, don't know yet. We're going to set the ball rolling in good style with this first one though. Why oh why would anyone want to dress as an adult baby complete with an adult style type of baby clothing, nappies, diapers to our American groaners, cots and other things? Their partner can be normal, yet is either very into it, which sounds really wrong to me, or is just not involved in their partner's adult baby thing. I've just got to ask, why oh why? And with that stringent over, let's give it up for Admin Nicole's Creepy Corner. Your story this week is called Stars and Nightmares. The realm of light was all about perfection. In everything they did and everything they were. Everyone that lived there had their own roles to play, and everything must be done in perfect unison. They were all born with wings to aid in their quest for perfection. These such beings were known to all as the guiding stars. Each had a purpose, and each had to live by that purpose. On a night of a full moon, a guiding star with light brown wings was born. It was decided that she would become a baker in the realm of light. She was given the name Coco. She grew up and did her best to learn how to fulfill her purpose, living every day trying to please her elders and be as perfect as she could. And yet as she grew up, she began to realise that she cared less and less about perfection as each day went by. Yet she could never tell anyone. It was vital to their entire belief that everyone was perfect as could be without a single fault. One day, once Coco was old enough and earned her place in the world, she was sent on a delivery to the realm of dreams. Unknown to her at the time, it would mean flying right past the realm of nightmares. Coco knew better than to go off course. She had to be the one to set an example to her people. Perfection is everything, or at least it was, until she heard yelling in some sort of protest in the nightmare realm. One quick detour, she thought. What harm could it do? There was a man. Well, not quite a man. He was blue like the night sky, with golden horns coming out of his head and large owl-like wings coming out of his back. She hid behind a nearby wall and listened in to what was going on. It turned out this strange man was one of the princes of the nightmare realm. Prince Dread, she heard someone say. He didn't care about never getting to rule, he just wanted to help however he could. It seemed that the orphanage nearby was about to be torn down with no plans to replace it. So many nightmarish children would be left homeless, and he wouldn't stand for it. Without even realising it, Coco started to get closer to him, but then one of the kids noticed her. It was a little ball of yellow fluff with 3 eyes looking right at her. She apologised for interfering. Little did either of them know just how much that meeting would change their lives. Coco and Dread would often sneak away from their realms to spend time together, and she would help him build a new orphanage. Somewhere safer that they would be left alone. They grew close over the years. They were together, but nothing ever lasts. If Coco had fallen in love with a prince from the realm of dreams, it would be fine. But she knows her race is all about perfection. Light and darkness should never mix in their eyes. She had to give up one or the other. She also knew she had to be true to herself. All those secret nights of experimenting with her baking. She wasn't perfect. It was what she was born for, but it wasn't who she was. She was going against her people, and she knew it. She chose to leave. The only way she could honour her people and stay true to herself was to leave the realm of light. She said all her goodbyes and left, to send to meet in the old man's town after he promised her an abandoned cabin in the woods. Prince Dread, however, said his goodbyes, but when he went to leave, his older brother went behind their father's back and cursed him. Prince Dread was trapped in the form of an owl, never to be allowed back home. Coco was able to use her magic to restore his form, but her magic could only go as far as the borders of the house. Once he stepped past it, he would become an owl again. Coco never stopped looking for a way to break his curse. She worked with the old man to help people. Her speciality was chocolate after all, so she would get her soul fragments from the old man, and with her magic, she would make chocolates. just like the ones given to Eliza. Or Eliza, I should say. However, where the old man took fragments of souls, Coco took emotions. Emotions held great power and allowed her to be more selective with the chocolates that she made. She also cast a full moon curse on her house that allowed the house to remain invisible to all unless on a full moon. That was when she prepared her chocolates for anyone who would enter on that one night a month. She never turned anyone down, no matter how innocent or evil. To honour her people and keep their lives a secret, she cut off her own wings, encased them in a glass case, hidden away, and burned her back so no one would question anything. She knew one day she would be able to have them back and be whole again. But for now, it didn't matter. She and Dread had no regrets on their choices. Just as another night of the full moon was coming to an end, one last customer came to the shop. It was the old man with a cold stare in his eyes. He needed something from her. So descriptive, Nicole. Your stories always leave us wondering about what will happen next. Do you want more groaners? I know I do. But Creepy Corner will be back next week. Alright, you lot. One of you in the groan crew out there has sent in your groan. You know what time it is. It's audience groan time. And this one is bad or inconsiderate parkers. And it comes from Anita C from Birmingham via Facebook Messenger. So I was parking in a multi-storey car park the other day, and some idiot nearly swerved into me, demanding me to get out of the space. I gave him my patented two-finger salute. As if that wasn't enough, I come back, and two cars have left me no room to open my doors. I look like a right prat climbing in my car via my boot. Why do people lose their marbles when parking or driving? Well, I don't know, Anita, because I'm not a driver, but that is a really good groan. Very good. If you'd like to groan in like Anita did, you can do so using one of the following. You can fire us off an email to Groanzone headquarters on thegroanzonepod@gmail.com. You can drop us a message onto the Groanzone Facebook podcast group. You can join in the fun or message us on the Groanzone Discord channel. Or lastly, you can drop either myself or admin Nicole a Facebook message using our Facebook IDs. Don't forget though, you can also send us your Hero or Zero of the Week nominations, your Why or Whys, your unlucky stories, as well as your feedback and your groans. Moving on from that though, we have another game in the form of Yes or BS. Here we go. Just remember, groaners, those playing along live or playing along after the fact, you must avoid the fake answers. You get hit with that, all your points, not from the other game, just from Yes or BS, get wiped. Now here we go. Round 1, the It's All a Bit Moony round. Option A. The moon is slowly drifting away from Earth. Option B. The moon was formed from an asteroid that got caught in Earth's orbit. Or option C. The moon and Earth have something in common. They both suffer from quakes. Earthquakes and moonquakes. Go groaners, what you got? Give me your answers, please. If you play along after the fact, you pause, you answer, unpause. Okay, again, another split. We have A's and B's right down the line. I'm seeing a pattern emerging here, groaners. Okay. Round 2. The water everywhere, but tell me what you think round. Option A. Frozen water is 9% lighter than normal water. Option B. Water is actually colourless. Or option C. When water has a milky colour to it, it means it contains air. Fire them off, groaners. What do you have? Wow, okay. C's across the board there. Okay. Alright. I can't go no further than that anymore. Nope. Okay. Round 3. The Don't Be So Catty round. Option A. 20% of orange cats are female. Option B. Cats are nearsighted. Or option C. Cats have more taste buds than dogs and humans. What you got, groaners? Give me your answers. Oh, you have more C's flying in. Any more groaners? Any more answers there? Nope, I think we have C's across the board there on that one as well. Okay, we will come back to the answers to yes or BS and give me the question later. And now we move on to Oh Unlucky. And this week's Oh Unlucky, well, I'll list first and then explain. What have the following got in common? Lightning strikes, a rock fall in a mine, 3 car crashes, and a stone launched from a catapult smashing 8 teeth, and many more. The answer, they have all happened to one unlucky guy called Calamity John Lynn, that's Lyne, who is also known as Britain's unluckiest man. Poor devil. Just all that happened to him. Nah, that's too much for one person. But the stone launched from a catapult, God, that would hurt. And now, moving on, we have Hero of the Week. Those that know me well will remember that Mr. A here hates football, so this is a bit of a contradiction for me to put on a Hero of the Week. One of our heroes this week is Sven-Göran Eriksson. He used to manage England at one point in time. He is now sadly suffering from a terminal form of cancer and possibly has a year or less to fulfill his goals. For both being a good manager and for also bravely facing cancer head on, he is most definitely a hero. I wish both him and his family my condolences and also the very best for the future. A second hero of the week is the powers that be in football who have granted his dying wish and have permitted him to fulfill his lifelong dream of managing Liverpool. This will happen in a fundraising match that features ex-Liverpool players. They've also allowed his family to be in attendance, but I'm unclear or unsure if that means they're going to be in the dugout with him or if that's going to be in priority seats during the match. And now, groaners, just before we go, it's time for those game answers and our after show game. What the hell am I for? You all know what this one is. This is where I pop up an image. It could be a gadget, it could be a place, it could be a person, it could be anything. What you have to do, look at the image and then you drop your answer on the Discord, in the comments, under the episode it's on, or on the Facebook group. The image will be on Discord and Facebook and in the show notes as well. But your clue is, I don't clear your nose, but I purify something as well as using me to listen to music. And now, here are the game answers. Anagram anxiety. Last week's anagram anxiety was Kaiserschmarrn. And that is Australian pancakes. Yes or BS now? Round 1, the It's All a Bit Moony round. If you went for option A, the moon is slowly drifting away from Earth, that's true. If you went for option B, the moon was formed from an asteroid that got caught in its orbit, that's false. An asteroid smashed into Earth during its creation and the moon was formed from the debris that came off Earth. Option C, the moon and Earth have something in common. They both suffer from quakes, earthquakes and moonquakes. That is true as well. So if you went for either A or C, you have points. You went for B, you've got nout. Round 2, the water everywhere but tell me what you think round. If you went for option A, frozen water is lighter than normal water, that's true, hence why ice floats. Option B, you went for this one, water is actually colourless, that is false. There is a slight blue tint to it, even pure water has this slight tint. And option C, you went for this one, when water has a milky colour it means it contains air, that is true. So when it has water from the pipes, air in the pipes, and it goes a sort of weird milky grey colour, yeah, has air in it. I didn't know that. Round 3, the don't be so catty round. If you went for option A, 20% of orange cats are female, that's right, that's true. If you went for option B, cats are nearsighted, that is also true. However, if you went for option C, cats have more taste buds than dogs and humans, well, that's just false. They have less than cats and dogs. Sorry, less than cats and humans. Moving on now. By the way, if you got blank at any point in that time, I'm sorry. But you might have more chance to get more points in Give Me the Question, which is where the answers are now. Round 1. Your answer was mono. M-O-N-O, that is. Your correct question was B. What is a disease spread by kissing? Yeah, mono is a form of glandular fever, and one of the main ways you can catch it is by kissing somebody. Round 2. Your answer was Grinch syndrome. This one surprised me. Your correct question was option C. What is a syndrome that causes people to believe they are missing organs or their soul? And there's me thinking it was the Christmas one. No, it wasn't. Round 3. Your answer was Kevin Shelley. Your correct question, I love this, was option A. Who holds the world record for breaking the most toilet seats in 1 minute using their head? Why would you? I mean, why wouldn't you? But why pick toilet seats to smash over your head? I don't understand the human race at times. I really don't. But we hope some of you groaners out there, playing along live or listening later on, got some points. Thanks for tuning in, Groan Crew. Don't forget, have a groanathon and listen back to the other 68 episodes before this one. See you next week. Bye-bye.